everyone to BigGunner81 Live, presented by Applied Arsenal Finishes, BAT Arms LLC at batarms.com, Eggleston Munitions, The Range at 355, and welcome everybody. Go ahead and take the software screen share here so you can see us. How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing good.
Good. So go ahead and introduce everybody. We've got Will from American Tactical Concepts. Is that correct?
Yep.
And didn't screw it up this time. And Gino from Black Rhino Concealment.
What's going on?
Not too much. Welcome. And then Chris from American Specialty Ammunition. Or Ammo.
Hey, everybody.
So we're on the eve of Thanksgiving. Hence, I'm wearing my cowboy hat because I don't have a pilgrim's hat to wear. So it is what it is. So first off, hope everybody will have a good Thanksgiving this year. So we've got some cool stuff coming up. Kind of touched on it recently. I think last week we might have mentioned a little bit about the Ruger 1022. We're going to talk a little about that throughout the show as well. One thing I want to address off right out of the gate here is in my unboxing video, I was talking about the bolt hold open feature. Now, I've got an empty magazine in here, and the bolt doesn't stay open. Well, I was literally the first time actually looking at one of these out of the box and really handling it. So I didn't realize about the little lever on the bottom here by the trigger guard that allows you to lock the bolt open. So a few people pointed that out, which is a good learning point because, that's why we do this stuff. The YouTube channel is good for people to kind of share ideas and to learn things from it as well. And as I learn something, I hope that other people can learn it. We can all share ideas and kind of grow from there with it. So we're going to start out tonight talking with Will a little bit. So Will, tell us a little bit about yourself and your company and what you do.
Well, American Tactical Concepts is a Class 7 FFL with a Class 2 SOT, so we can manufacture anything we really want minus destructive devices. Our primary market is going to be the AR-15, AR-10. We dabble a little bit into the 2011 market, but we also love to play with the 1022s.
Yeah, that's what you were talking about a little bit beforehand here. You were talking about a book that you had there that you helped contribute to.
Yes, as a matter of fact, I have it right here. It's the complete the Ruger 1022 Complete Owner's Guide and Assembly Guide by Walt Kulik. For anyone who's new to the 1022, or even if you aren't new to the 1022, but you love the 1022, there's stuff in there that you probably never knew about it.
That's cool. What are some of just the basic interesting facts that you've come across on it?
On the 1022?
Yeah.
There are parts in there that are covered by patents that are so buried you would never know they even existed. One of the things I recommended to you that you never change out that rear solid steel pin. There are patents for that all over. And it's simply to reduce some of the cyclic rate and everything else. So, I mean, that's one thing that floored me because everybody changes those over to a nylon or a plastic.
Yeah, and I haven't had one apart yet, so I haven't really seen all the internals of this. I'm looking forward to kind of after I get a few rounds down range with it, kind of turning it down and taking a look and see what it's all built out of. One of the things.
Suppressor on it.
What's that?
You ought to put a suppressed barrel on it.
Yeah, I wish. Me and Gino know this. Here in Illinois, we're not quite at that level yet. We're working on it.
Trump's going to change all of that.
I hope so, right?
You get a suppressor. You get a suppressor. Everybody gets a suppressor.
Everybody gets a suppressor.
Yes.
We need to go
for that discussion today.
So has the 1022 reached that mythical gun status where you can actually put one together without using any parts from the original manufacturer? It's got to be pretty close.
You can.
Yeah, I was going to say probably.
Go ahead.
Tactical Innovations makes every piece, I believe, now for the 1022, including the receiver.
Yeah, they've got some pretty impressive stuff there too.
Yep.
In fact, a couple of things about the 1022. Like I was saying, I picked this up for a project. We're going to kind of do a mini version of the 50 states of AR-15, but instead it's going to be like the 50 states of 1022, and it's going to be one rifle, not a series of 50 rifles like we're working on for the big project. And just to kind of show off some of the different pieces from around the country as well that are made for it, because it seems like this is kind of the entry level, kind of like the American rifle. It's kind of entry level 22. It's very popular, very common. Maybe not quite to the level of the AR-15 platform, but it's a pretty cool setup. And I'm just, like I said, I'm just learning about it, and I'm excited about it. You mentioned the Tactical Innovations. Man, I heard about them a while back with their Gatling gun setup that they have for the 1022, where you put two 1022s together basically in a for lack of a better term, like a housing kind of. Well, that's kind of the basic way of putting it. And it has a hand crank on it, like a Gatling gun. It's pretty sweet.
I've got to play with one. They are definitely a trip.
I'm really wanting to do that, but you're looking at the cost of two 1022s plus the cost of kit. It gets kind of pricey, but
I think about $2,000.
I don't think it's that much. I think the kit was like around $4 or
The
something.
last one I assembled in for sale was almost that, but they could have been gouging.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just kind of looking recently, just trying to get an idea, but yeah, it's still a pretty pricey thing, and I hate going over prices too, because on these videos they get locked in history, and people go back and they're like, oh, I paid too much for something, or man, back then, 22s used to cost a nickel or whatever.
I used to work at a couple of different gun ranges, and when we were doing an expansion on one, we went through all the old records and we found some of the old advertisements from back in the mid to late 80s. And looking at some of the prices on there, it was just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, SKSs for $70, Moe's and Nagants for, I think they were $29.99.
Holy crap!
Yeah, it was. I was just shaking my head slowly, sadly.
I just pulled up the website. Their Gatling gun kit in matte black is $399.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So you're looking at $400 plus. Well, the absolute cheapest Ruger 1022 is probably gonna cost you a minimum $200.
Oh yeah.
So you're probably looking at about $600. But like I said, I hate going into prices because they change. Like Gino was just saying, wait a few years, you might be paying $2,000 to build one. Who knows? I hope not. But anyhow, yeah, it's just a neat little rifle, and I'm looking forward to it. So what else, Will, are you doing as far as products and so forth?
Those are our primaries. We will resell just about any firearm that people might want, but we like to do more of the manufacturing, the custom prototyping, stuff like that.
That's cool. So are you manufacturing and prototyping for other companies or just your own?
We do some work for other companies, most of which require non-disclosure. So obviously I can't tell you who they are, but
right.
Yes.
I didn't expect that exactly, but it's kind of how that goes.
You can talk about me while I give
You don't have me under non-disclosure there, buddy.
Not yet.
Only a matter of time. But yeah, so also out here in YouTube land, we got Please Clap For Me Again. So happy Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving, brother or sister. I'm not sure by the avatar. But anyway, like I said before, if you're out there watching, you can post your comments on the side chat on YouTube, and also over on Gun Channels, gunchannels.com/BigGunner81. Guys are out there watching as well. Forth. So speaking of your products and stuff, we're also going to be seeing in the future here your receiver in the 50 States of AR-15 project as well.
Yes, and I was actually going to have one of ours up here for you, and I completely forgot to grab it before this went live, so I apologize.
No worries. That happens all the time to me. I'm like, I'll be thinking ahead of time on the show, and I'll be like, I want to have this for the show and tell aspect and to talk about it. And then I leave it in a different room, and I'm like, oh, wait, we're live. I can't really just walk away from doing that. So it happens. But
Chris sometimes has some of ours laying around. Do you have those inside with you, bud? Or are they in your car?
They're in my car. Hold on. Hey, Kelly, can you go get me the ATC's receivers out of the car?
He's like, he's like, here, throw me one, and it goes right through the window.
That I would love to see that, because his wife would murder him.
Oh man. So speaking of Chris, tell us a little bit about what you make. You make some pretty cool stuff. I saw.
We are a ammo and firearm manufacturer and dealer. We also have a class. Our primary thing, which kind of what put us on the map, was our 37 millimeter reloading accessories that we manufacture. We plastic inject all the hulls. We plastic inject payload cups, lids, payload cups, bushings. We machine aluminum hulls, all for reloading. Before we started, there was pretty much no reloading capabilities for the 37 millimeters. So we found a need and filled it, and that put us on the map. Then we got into ammo manufacturing. We mainly stick to exotic ammunition, like the flechette rounds, which are armor-piercing steel darts, ball and chain rounds, which are 250 cal ball bearings connected with steel wire. And then everybody's seen the Dragon's Breath rounds. The fire.
That's cool.
We can't keep up with demand, so we are outsourcing some production now. But we have been totally swamped since a couple pictures have went viral. We were about a month behind. We finally caught up thanks to Will and his wife coming out and helping us. Thanks, Will.
You always got my back, buddy.
The Dragon's Breath shoot almost 200 feet of fire out of your 12 gauge. And we have them in 410, 20 gauge, and 12 gauge. We also carry basically anything for your AR. We started manufacturing AR-15 uppers across the board, all on our website, AmericanSpecialtyAmmo.com. We don't do a lot of gun sales, retail gun sales. I'm more of an ammo guy, but we do have a service gun shop. But like I said, it's not really our expertise. Our main priority and concern is ammunition sales, exotic ammunition, 7 millimeter. We like to do the exotic stuff, the fun stuff. We do play a lot with exploding targets, and just basically if it's fun, we're getting involved in it and manufacturing it.
Now, the one thing I want to say is his wife wants all the orders she can possibly get for Dragon's Breath. So if we can fill that inbox with orders for Dragon's Breath, she will be so happy. She will love Chris forever, and she'll probably murder me.
My wife told me not to mention the word Dragon's Breath on air because we're so far behind. We're probably 2.5 weeks behind right now in shipping orders because we just can't keep up. I mean, we had a photo go viral the other day, and we got 600 orders in one day, and it just kept going. We got caught up from that. Another photo went viral, which I'm not complaining about, but it's been a constant struggle to keep things in stock. And we also do gun shows. We do 4 to 5 gun shows every weekend. We've got crews that go out. So keeping stock for my guys to be happy at the gun shows and keeping stock at the on the internet is been fun lately.
How does one get into the exotic ammo game? Like, do you just wake up one morning and go, I'm just tired of the normal stuff. I want to see what kind of crazy things I can shoot out of my gun?
It was magic mushrooms for him. It was magic mushrooms.
I'm an upholsterer by trade. I mean, that's not cool. That's not fun.
That's definitely a jump.
No, it's not a joke. Since the time I was 12, I worked with my dad every summer upholstering cars. I worked full time from the time I was 17. I can sew better than most women. But then I don't know, 8 years ago, I was like, this is boring. So I went to a gun show because I wanted to buy a gun. I wanted to buy a 50 BMG. So I cleaned out my garage. I cleaned out all the trash. Stuff I was going to throw away. Lead bullets that weren't any good. Set it up on a table, and I sold everything, including the tablecloth. I made enough money to buy the gun I wanted, and I was like, there's some money to be made here. So I took a $300 investment 8 years ago on a quarter of a table at a gun show and started rolling products and just flipping them to the point now where, we have the retail gun store. We're doing 200 gun shows a year with 5-6 crews. We actually had 2 websites for a while, but we merged them together. It's going pretty well. My website gets about 1 million hits a month. It's definitely grown in the past 8 years from a $300 investment.
That's awesome.
That is very awesome. That was a good question too. How you got it started into it, definitely. So I saw the Dragon's Breath. I think FPS Russia has a video on that, for example.
FPS Russia, that's another story. I can't find the keys to my car. I'll get your receiver.
It's all right. Don't worry about it.
Adam, I will get them somehow.
Don't worry about it. It's all right.
Okay. FPS Russia called me up 4 years ago or 5 years ago. Plain as could be, no accent.
He doesn't do the accent over the phone?
Ammo. And I was like, this isn't FPS Russia. Stop messing with me. Click. I hung up on him. So he called me back and says, no, this is FPS Russia. And I was like, well, do the accent. So he did. And I was like, well, you sound like FPS Russia, but I'm still not sure this is. So he's like, watch your website. He tweeted out my website and put it on Facebook and crashed my website for 6 hours.
Nice.
So you're FPS Russia. So I sent him boxes of stuff for free. He made that video for all the exotic ammo where he, shoots the mannequin, sets the hay bales on fire. He really helped my company too. That was one of the turning points of American Specialty Ammo when he put that video out. I owe him a lot of thanks for doing that for us.
That's cool.
Like even 5 years later, he still tells everybody to sends traffic to my website to buy exotic products, and I've sent him other stuff over the years. I know he's kind of low key now. He doesn't do quite the amount of stuff he used to since Keith died. But that's a whole nother story on its own.
Yes, exactly. But no, that was really cool. We were looking at it because I was trying to explain what Dragon's Breath was last night to Laura. We were talking about it, and I'm like, yeah, so we're going to have, she asked me, who's going to be on your show tomorrow, that kind of thing. And I'm like, yeah, the guy who makes Dragon's Breath. It's like, what is Dragon's Breath? And FPS Russia video pulled up, and so started checking out all the cool stuff there. And she was kind of impressed with the flames coming out of that 12 gauge. And I just recently picked up my first pump action 12 gauge because I also have an MK 1919 semi-auto. Yeah, so I was kind of picking up the Rocket and Armory M5 just to use as a something that I wouldn't feel bad about messing up at some point if I do, if I want to shoot something exotic out of it. And,
well, I'll send you some Dragon's Breath. Never mind.
Awesome.
Never mind. I can't. You're in the People's Republic of Illinois.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I'm stuck here. I just got to find a place.
I'm going through your website. I don't think there's anything on your website that's legal in our state.
Really? It is legal in Illinois?
None of the fun stuff, at least.
I'll have to research into that. Good point. Because I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I'm worried about where I could shoot it at, and I didn't even think about that part of it. The aspect that there might be.
I would say good 65% of all the products on my website are restricted to Illinois.
Well, damn it, I'm just gonna have to come to you and go shoot some stuff.
We can make that happen.
That's what we gotta do. That'll be fun for sure. What else we got going on? Yeah. So Gino, what else you got up going on? I can't speak. That's the fun thing about live stuff. Can't edit it. I was gonna say, what else you got going on your end?
Busy with the holiday coming up. We are doing a Black Friday sale. We were talking about it today. I don't know what it is yet. We're gonna hammer it down. We're probably gonna put it. We're not really a big fan of you must order on Friday, so it'll probably run probably through the weekend, maybe into the upcoming week. We're actually starting to try to hammer things out for SHOT Show already, believe it or not. Which everyone's like, dude, it's only November. Like, yeah, but the SHOT Show comes up quick, you gotta get the tickets now and get everything hammered out, and plus the Christmas party is ballooning. I'll just put it that way.
Yes.
Are you setting up at SHOT Show?
Hmm?
Are you setting up at SHOT Show, or are you just going to SHOT?
I think we're setting up, but I'm not entirely sure. I'm kind of the brawn of the operation in the back making stuff. I'm also the eye candy in the operation, but I don't get to make all of the huh?
It's the beer.
Well, only at shows.
I was hoping we see a little cameo right here in it. Just saying.
I'm trying to talk the boss into letting me wear my tactical kilt to the Christmas party. You know, but he doesn't know. He doesn't know if
mine at ours.
He doesn't know if everyone's ready for that yet.
Do I need to go buy a kilt for the party? Well,
yes, you do.
Oh wow! So Gino, I was going to ask you, can you disclose any of the people that might be there or planning to be there?
I can't.
Nope. Okay.
I can't do it over the air. I can message you, but just because it's not a public thing, and we don't really know exactly who's going to be there, but there have been some names that I'm kind of honestly a little starstruck. But then again, I get starstruck really easy, so I don't know, how much that means.
Nice. Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. Coming up on this, we're not going to say the date, but yes, he's coming up soon. We're looking forward to doing that, meeting some of the people that are going to be there and doing some video and stuff when we're there and whatnot, and all that good stuff. So, speaking of the Black Friday coming up here, I was going to screenshot a couple things from our show sponsors, actually. Pull this up, see if I can share it. The Black Friday ads from the Range 35. Some of the specials they got going on here. They're doing the same deal with the weekend. They're not stuck just to the Friday necessarily, but it starts on Friday and runs through 27th this Sunday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday type deal. Got some nice deals on the Smith & Wesson Shield, the 9mm Shield, and some Bushmaster, some DPMS, Carlin, HK, Berettas, other Smith & Wesson revolver. But yeah, they got some cool stuff going on there. I'm sure there's other stuff that's not advertised probably as well that they'll probably have deals on. Also, I know that BAT Arms also has some stuff going on, which I'm going to pull up and see. I can't remember if it was a flat deal that they were offering. Oh, yeah. Tyler James, by the way, out in YouTube land says, come to Missouri and you can shoot it. Talking about the specialty ammo. Absolutely. I kind of forgot about some of our restrictions, but yeah, I wouldn't mind traveling somewhere to do that. That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, the big restrictions are in New York, Jersey, Massachusetts, California, Illinois, and Florida, surprisingly. California's bad. Florida's actually a lot worse than you would think.
Do we really recognize California as a state?
No. The People's Republic of California. It's a liberal hot zone.
Have you guys seen the modified California flag with the California bear just missing its front arms because they have no more right to bear arms out there with all the laws they've passed?
I've not seen it, but that sounds epic.
I think I might have seen that at some point in time. But this is a pretty cool looking rifle. I just kind of caught my eye on BAT Arms Facebook page here. It's that, what do they call it? The Sharps Brothers lower from Spike's Tactical or whatever. The Rhino or something. I'm not sure what they call it.
The Warhog.
Warhog?
The Warthog. I've actually got one sitting right over there.
So I totally was off on that one. But that's pretty slick. That Cerakote job on it is really nice. One of the things I believe that came out of Applied Arsenal Finishes, believe it or not. So his Black Friday sale, he's got, okay, so his details on here are at batarms.com, site-wide savings, 10% off any web order. Use code Black Friday, all lowercase. Any over $500 receive a $50 BAT Arms gift card. Any orders over $1,000 will receive a $100 gift card. Site specifics, you can get the BAT Arms billet low receiver for $109.99. Mossberg 715T AR style 22R for $229.99. Glock 19 Gen 4 with 3 mags, $524.99. His FN P12 pump shotgun 12 gauge, 18-inch barrel, yada yada yada, $389.99. Smith & Wesson MP 15 Sport version 2, I guess. 5.56 rifle for $599.99, and a Bushmaster QRC ORC SA. I don't know all the abbreviations, but sounds like probably whatever Bushmaster for $569.99. You can check it out on their website and so forth. Their receivers, by the way, are pretty nice. I have one of them for the 50 States project as well, and the anodizing is beautiful on it. He's got all the cool little features on it with the bolt release screw, the tension screw, and the set screw that holds in the rear takedown detent pin as well. Kind of neat features that he chose to pick on his little receiver who he had designed. So, yada yada yada, all that good stuff. Check out.
You guys got anything that you were holding off on getting until Black Friday?
Us?
Yeah.
Paycheck.
You know, with the pricing and everything, I don't hold off anymore.
I don't typically go out on Black Friday other than to go to a family's house for Thanksgiving dinner. I am not with the insanity to save $50.
I mean, how un-American is it that we're spending Thanksgiving in stores now?
Oh, it's bad. I
Right.
got a bunch of little cousins. I'm the only male on both sides of the family, and they'll sit there and go through all the ads and whatnot and plan everything out. And I'm just sitting here going, geez, I wonder where I can find the cheapest PMAG prices online on Black Friday and Cyber Monday.
Tell you what, I was tempted to buy some more of those D&H mags from Palmetto State Armory with the Magpul followers for $6.99. That's a pretty nice deal.
You guys are all talking about guns, and I'm looking for scuba gear.
Scuba gear, yeah, for the Black Friday. Yeah, I myself, the Black Friday special thing, I going to stores, no, I don't. I've been there, done that. Man, I tell you what, Black Friday, unrelated to guns, but Walmart does sell a lot of ammo. Me and my nephew, some years ago, were going there to try to get a laptop. And they had, like, I think 10 of them in stock or something they advertised or whatever it was. And
Christian had my keys.
I just remember trying to get in the doors with him, and we were pretty close to the front of the line, and him almost getting crushed by a couple of women. And I was like, "Oh my god, dude, this is crazy," you know.
Have you seen the video of the fights over big screen TVs, like all out mob brawls?
Exactly.
Oh, dude, it's crazy.
I'm past that now. Although I may have to go stop at a store on Black Friday because, long story short, I have an order in at a store that's kind of along the way between where I'm traveling for the holiday and back and all that kind of good stuff. So it's just going to have to be on Black Friday because we'll be traveling on Thanksgiving to where we're going and so forth. So it is what it is. I'm going to have to go in a store on Black Friday, and I'm dreading that. But, oh, well, it is what it is.
Good luck to you.
Yeah, thanks. I know. I'm just like, well, I could do it then, or I could try to wait and have to make a double trip and waste the gas and the time to do it. And I got a million things to work on, as you guys know. Between this show, which obviously doesn't take much prep because we just kind of throw it together last minute, but the video editing and all that kind of stuff that I do for this channel, and also there's a lot of work that goes into the getting, accomplishing these tasks of building these projects, like the 50 States project. There's a lot of contact that goes on with that, emails and phone calls and discussions, and then there's the actual filming and videoing and building stuff and research on all these things too. It does take a lot of time. But I'm having fun doing it, and I'm going to keep pushing it. And, right now we're already at least 10, 11, whatever percent, 15% into it, I would say, minimum. We're almost done with our 5th rifle of the project, so that's 10% right there, easily. Plus we got a bunch of parts for other rifles that we're kind of working on assembling the rest of. Yeah, the next one is going to be the Arizona rifle. Some of the people out there who've been watching this channel and watching the show and stuff, we had our longest live show ever, I think, during that build, because we started working on building it during the show a couple weeks ago. Basically, the last remaining parts are going to be the barrel and the bolt carrier group. So I'm trying to figure out where we're going to get that from next, and so forth, and what we're going to be using and that kind of thing. But it's a pretty cool looking rifle so far. I mean, most all of it's assembled. The only thing missing on the lower, which just came today, was the magazine release button. The KE Arms receiver uses a particular receiver that we have uses an oversized mag release button because it's more sort of like a competition use or whatever. It's got flared mag well, that kind of thing. And the button, just came in from K-Arms, so we're going to be putting that together. Other than that, just the barrel and the bolt carrier group, and we're going to have that one wrapped up. And the next one, I'm not sure which one's going to be next. We have a few that are kind of getting close, but I don't have all the parts for them yet. So anyway, enough rambling on that. So, yeah.
Did you see the Henry, was it the 1,000 rifle shoot that happened last week?
I saw some clips on Instagram, but not enough about it. Tell me more about it.
Henry had 1,000 lever action rifles, all firing little lever action 22s. It was supposed to set a Guinness World Record. I guess Guinness backed out and didn't want to recognize the record. But it immediately made me think of the 50 state AR project. I was like, well, once he gets all 50 together, he's going to have to get 49 more people, hopefully someone from each state to go out and shoot him somewhere.
That would be cool.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
Hey, that, and I think that is doable. If we could, the traveling and getting the people all together at once, that's the challenge. But finding the 50 people, I don't think will be a big challenge.
No.
After all, we've got multiple people from each one of these companies that, we got multiple companies for each rifle and multiple people that probably would want to help with it. I imagine if they can get there, wherever there is, that would be really cool. Do fire them all off at once. That would be awesome. So I like the way you think, Gino. I've heard some interesting ideas. This is ironic. Speaking of ideas with the YouTube channel, last week, wherever I had, they actually, a young kid who's like 12 years old who is real big into YouTube, who's a friend of, it's the son of a friend of Laura's. He was giving me some good ideas. We're talking about YouTube and stuff, and he goes, the gun stuff. He goes, people are always doing like newer guns with ballistics gel. Because first he said, you should get ballistics gel and check that out, because that's pretty cool stuff. I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't mind having ballistics gel. It'd be kind of neat to play with. He's like, yeah, but everybody's using new guns with that. You should do something like with an old gun, like maybe an old replica of an old gun or something that to test the ballistics on it or whatnot. I'm like,
that would be pretty sweet.
I never really thought about that before. So you never know where these ideas come from. If it's a young kid or someone else who's been shooting for some time, but people have different perspectives on things, and that's what's really neat about YouTube and doing these shows and making videos and all that you get a lot of good input from people. I mean, you get some critics and some people that are just trolls, but I don't really care. I'm here to have fun and to learn and to help other people learn. And, what's that?
They call them assholes.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes I do, but most of the time I just kind of just twist their words against them, I guess. I don't know how else to word it.
There's a difference between the troll and the true asshole. It comes down to all of it. The troll is the guy who wants to get your goat. The asshole is the guy who's just trying to hurt you in some way, shape, or form.
Well said.
It's 2016. I don't think, anything you put out on social media or the internet, there's always going to be at least one guy who just takes pleasure in just trying to get underneath your skin.
Oh, yeah. What were you going to say, Chris?
Oh, that was just a blurt. I said, yeah, that's my brother.
Nice.
Hey, Aaron, if you're watching. I love you, Aaron. Me and my brother don't see eye to eye on the political aspects, so we'll leave it at that.
Oh, we've got some comments going on the Facebook or YouTube. I'm sorry. I always use that term, the Facebook. It cracks me up too. But anyway, let me go ahead and catch up on reading these because every so often I can go back to them. Sometimes I don't have it on the screen. Question: are all of your 50 states rifles going to be in 223 5.56 caliber? No. The Massachusetts rifle, for example, is 6mm Hager. What the hell is that? Well, watch the videos. There'll be more videos coming out. I got to get some projectiles and start working on some loads pretty soon for it so I can actually go shoot the thing. Specifically asking if that is the internet's. That's actually something I'm working on. I have right now I may have, I should say, a particular manufacturer that wants to work with me to be exclusive on the 9mm platform for the AR. Having said that, depending on how that goes, whether we're going to use his or theirs, however you want to word it, rifle, or if we're going to build one, we don't know. But I'm sure that there's going to be a 9mm at some point in the series for sure, because 223s and /5.56 calibers, they can get boring after a while if that's all you're doing in a sense. Definitely going to do a 300 blackout at some point. And I've thought about some other calibers of, for example, Colorado, we're kind of thinking about doing is it the 6? I'm trying to think, the 6.5 Grendel. Is that what it is?
You have the 6.5 Grendel and the 6.8 SBC.
Right. So the 6.5 Grendel, because that manufacturer who we have in mind right now that we've been working with for Colorado is working on setting a potential record with that caliber. So I say can't much more than that, but we'll see what happens. Some of these things sometimes it takes a while to go from the start of I'm going to build this state to this state's built and done, and there's videos out for you to watch. There's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes to get to that point, and it's a lot of fun though. Like I said, like for example, Minnesota, we had a lot of interviews with. I think we had an interview with every single company involved in that rifle. We don't always have that luxury. Like, let's see, California. While there's some interviews with some of the companies for other things, like we were at SHOT Show or whatever, and all that before actually doing the rifle build, we don't actually have any interviews to go along with the project yet. And we're hoping that, like, as we mentioned earlier about SHOT Show, I think that's going to be a big thing. We're going to be very, very busy at SHOT Show, basically filming a lot of interviews and trying to cover as much ground as we can on that project, as well as new projects and all the things that are coming out of the show that are going on that you want to see and everything like that. This year we're actually going to be at the range day. I don't know. Are both of you guys going to be there as well?
Yeah, we'll be.
Yep.
Okay, awesome. So hopefully we'll get to see you out there too.
Just out of curiosity, if I do end up making it to range day, any chance you're bringing some of that dragon's breath with?
I can't fly with it.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Now wait, Chris, I may have a place we can ship it to.
Yeah, I mean, we could ship it out if we could find somebody on the range to sponsor. I'm sure we could find a shotgun company that say, "Hey, here's a bunch of free dragon's breath." Let some guys. So we could probably make arrangements.
You can probably get Stoker to do it.
So Gino, I think the range day though,
Yeah.
if you haven't gotten your invite already for it, I think it's already blocked out.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I ran into that last year, and this year I almost ran into that too because I didn't quite have an invite right away for it. But I got very, very fortunate, and we're supposed to be set for that, so I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be really exciting for me since I've never done it before. You talk to some of the other YouTube channel guys who've done it for many years already, or several years or whatever, and some of them are like, yeah, I've been there, done that, it's no big deal, whatever. But I'm like, really?
It's a fun day. It really is.
I have to imagine so. I mean, all I can say is this. From my first experience with SHOT Show this past year, there's a lot of walking, very little sleep. There's a lot of people drinking. I don't drink really a whole lot. I mean, I had some because there was some free booze here and there, but and it's just a lot of fun. It's like go, 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 go. But the whole time it's just excitement and talking to people and meeting people and filming stuff, and it's awesome. Of course, NRA show, and I don't know, for those who might have went to NRA show, has a little bit more of a different vibe to it. It isn't quite as stressed, I guess, in a sense, because you're not doing as much, it seems. I don't know how to word that correctly. I mean, it might be different from a manufacturer's perspective and so forth than it would be from a consumer or a media standpoint. But
last year I had a pedometer and we averaged 14 miles of walking inside the show a day.
At SHOT Show?
Yeah, 14 miles a day.
I've heard that. I've heard some people say 15 miles. I'm like, yeah, I had blisters on my feet from all the walking I was doing.
Yeah, I had,
Not everybody
I had
wants
an
to
app
do that.
on my phone that tracked it, and we had through all 4 days, 15 or 14 miles a day.
You know what the best part of the NRA show is?
What's that?
The Mountain House booth and the free samples. So as you're crisscrossing all the booths, you just keep stopping by there and grab a quick bite to eat as you're meeting people.
Nice. By the way, Hypo Drake asked about having more big, or he said, oh yeah, I did see that one. I don't know which one he was talking about, but he said more big bore ARs, the better. Yeah, I think that'd be awesome. You know, some of these other calibers are coming out like 458 SOCOM and 50 Beowulf and all that kind of crazy stuff. I would love to do one of those, at least one or two, you know, at least one of each of those if I could. I don't know. They're pretty damn expensive to build and all that kind of stuff, though. But
I got a 450 and full auto. That was insane.
wow.
I've got a 458 upper I can throw onto a full auto lower. We want to rock this thing. Come on out. We'll play.
I got the 450 thumper in full auto. It's uncontrollable. It was fun.
Ooh.
That's cool. Oh, he was saying about the 6.5. He goes, oh yeah, I did see that one. Well, I didn't do the 6.5 Creedmoor yet. That's on the list. I haven't even released the interview video I did yet. I'm still working on editing it down a little bit more because it was a long video and there's a lot of stuff that I can cut out of it. But I'm not going to go into who the manufacturer is just yet until we get that all situated. But the 6mm Hager is I think the only one I've done that's different so far out of the 5, really. Arizona is probably going to be, 5.56/223 caliber as well. I mean, we got the muzzle brake set up for that right now and all that kind of stuff. So I think that's what we're going to be looking for is a barrel for that and hole carrier group to match it. But, excuse me. Yeah, the 6.8 SPC or whatever, I like to do one of those. 300 blackout, maybe the 7.63 or 7.62 by 39, and some other bigger bores would be awesome to do, definitely. But that can get quite expensive, like we were saying. That'd be really cool. I can't imagine that with the full auto, how much expense you're gonna go through with that so quickly. But that's awesome. That's like unfathomable. Have you shot it like that yet?
Which one?
No, I shot one.
Either one of you.
I shot the 450 in a full auto at a machine gun shoot, and it was uncontrollable.
That's what I was gonna ask. The recoil on it?
Recoil, I mean, it's nothing compared to a 50. I mean, it's like shooting a 308, maybe. But it definitely is pretty uncontrollable.
The SOCOM's about like a 20 gauge shotgun. You put a good muzzle brake on it, and you can put rounds on target.
Oh, cool. And in full auto, I wonder what that's like.
It lets you know you're shooting it.
I think we need to go. Hey, Will, I think we need to grab it and throw it on an M16 loader and go play with it.
Which one?
Yes.
I don't know. I've got 4.
I got about a dozen. Let's do it.
All right.
That'd be cool. You know, I've had the opportunity to shoot full auto for the first time this past year. I'm trying to think which one. I think the very first one I've shot was the MP5 and 9mm, and that was just so much fun. It's like, man, I want to just have a limited amount of ammo to run through that thing. It's just so much fun.
I've got two MP5Ks in full auto.
Oh, cool. They're
fun to shoot at a time.
Oh, double fisted it.
So being in Illinois and full auto not being one of those fun things that we can have out here, at all of the local big public shooting events, the full auto shoots, there's a local company out here that does a full auto RPD. And for the past 3 full auto shoots, I have stood in line waiting to shoot that thing, and something always comes up. Either they break for lunch, and I got to get back in the trailer to make holsters, or the gun will malfunction. the last one at the bullpup shoot, the guy literally had loaded the drum up, and something had gone wrong in the trailer, and I had to handle it, and I didn't get a chance to get back down to the range by the end of the day. Yeah, but I keep telling him, I'm like, guys, at some point I'm going to shoot a full 200-round belt through this thing.
I've shot.
He wants something better than the RPD. Chris has got a 249 saw.
Ooh.
Saw's fun. 900 rounds a minute.
That'd be fun. Man, you guys have all the cool toys.
That's 900 rounds of hate down range.
You guys have all of the cool toys.
Move out of Illinois, man.
Yeah.
Someone on YouTube said, I feel jealousy coming on. One and only time full auto scared me to death, but then I'm pretty new to gunmen as of yet. The English is kind of a little weird, but I don't know. So
not today, ISIS. Not today.
Yeah, I'm just like, okay. But anyhow, it's it's a lot of fun. It's kind of like it's like grabbing the it said mint gun.
Are you talking about Trump's quote? What are we grabbing?
Yeah, sorry, I got sidetracked in the comments.
I thought you said PG-13, man.
Yeah, it is. No.
Were we grabbing America?
It's like grabbing on a big whole hand of freedom right there. No, I was gonna say, like, it's kind of like grabbing on the tail of the dragon or the tail of the tiger or something. I don't know. It just sounds like that. It's so much fun.
Are we talking about again?
I'm talking about shooting guns, to be clear.
Okay.
Full auto. So yeah. I want to say, well, it wasn't the last one. That shoot that Gino was talking about, the bullpup shoot that's put on by Manicore Arms. And there's a bunch of companies that come out and bring out full autos, like Krebs Customs. They're also out here in Illinois. They brought out a few different full auto AKs. And in fact, I got the first time I shot an AK was one of theirs, and it was full auto. And I was pretty impressed with that thing. I love the sound of the AK. It's just, oh man. It's a little different. I like the sound of the 9mm rounds coming out of MP5 or the Uzi I shot, but the AK just has its own distinct sound to it.
What's about the AK is every 10-year-old can handle it.
Yeah, very true. You got those videos out.
I have a full auto AK-74 and 5.45 by 39 that you can write your name with. The whole thing's like this big. It's pretty awesome. That's one of my favorite guns that I own.
You can write your name with it, but you can't get ammunition for it right now.
Not anymore.
Yeah, that sucks.
Trump's gonna fix that too.
Yes, we hope so. Hopefully we'll get our suppressors and our. Well, I don't know. Some people are mixed about the national reciprocity. What is it? Reciprocity.
Reciprocity.
Hooked on phonics didn't work for me very well. So. I've heard some people on the fence about that. Like, some people are like, "Oh, it's a great thing. We're going to concealed carry. It's going to help." Basically, and I guess in one mindset, it's going to help some of the states that are a little bit tighter on the restrictions to be a little more free. But it might also cause the option of now Big Brother can control all. Right? Am I understanding that correctly?
Yeah.
To sum it up in the most simplest terms, I guess.
The one I'm behind is the Hearing Protection Act.
Yes, me too. I think it's the biggest one we need to get nailed right away.
I'm hoping
get that in that's in his 100-day plan, I believe.
Now, with the Hearing Protection Act, is that going to apply? Is that going to remove AOWs and SBRs as well?
No,
not yet. Just silencers.
Because I had heard that floating around as well, and that would be fantastic.
Believe it when we see it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big step just to get the suppressors off. If we can get those off the $200 tax stamp, put them straight onto a 4473 like any other gun, that's a huge step for everything.
It is, but do you see the ATF giving up that $200? I mean, it's millions of dollars a month.
But it's a different. If you look at the overall amount that they take in, that is a tiny little fraction of what they're making. You and I are paying more to them, and they're making more off of us.
Well, if at some point there's going to have to be some kind of compromise, because you've got the left, which is they're going to start trying to just drag their feet through the mud because they're so ticked off over what happened. If they could compromise on something which would benefit everyone, say deschedulizing marijuana from Schedule 1, and then we get the Hearing Protection Act passed, I mean, that's got to be like a win-win, right?
You would think so, but now they're raising problems with the fact that if you hold a medical marijuana card, you can't buy a gun.
Right.
You can completely give up all your gun rights if you get a medical marijuana card.
Yes. Yeah.
We could walk down the political market here all night. I mean, we could be here till 3 a.m.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Politics kind of suck. They do. Because you look at it like a position of someone as being a politician. You can't satisfy everybody. End of story.
We'll all try.
Yeah, and it's one thing that breaks up one of the greatest things that breaks up friendships is politics. People disagree on this stuff, and they get very passionate about politics.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I've been there, done that. There's people I don't like anymore because of their views.
This being the Thanksgiving episode, I can only imagine what some of the Thanksgiving conversations are going to be like. With some of the people that are on one side and some of the people that are on the other side having to sit together and have drinks and try to be civil for a day. Should be interesting.
Oh yeah.
So speaking of Thanksgiving, we should do the typical what are we all thankful for? So who wants to go first? Chris, you want to go first?
Sure. What am I thankful for?
Yeah.
Thankful for my family. I'm thankful for being successful in business. Thank God that Hillary didn't get elected and we all have a job going into the next couple of years.
Yeah.
Thank God we live in the United States.
Amen to that. So Gino, you got your list?
Let's see.
Coming back to you on Thursday.
Pretty much everything he just said. No, I'm thankful for my family. I'm really thankful that I don't have to worry about my livelihood in the upcoming 4 years. I'm thankful that my FFL finally got my receiver in for my pet project. Yeah.
Awesome. And Will, what about you?
Like these guys, I'm thankful for my friends and family. As I get older, I realize just how much that means. You look back and you had all these friends back when, and then you find out you got that core group you're really thankful for, including that guy right there, that ugly mug with a beard.
His bony kisses.
But
which one?
Huh?
Which one?
Yeah, which guy with the beard?
I'll look you both into that. Come on over to Ohio, buddy. We'll show you just how much we love everybody with beard.
Oh God.
But
hey, we are not. I know he has a cowboy hat on, but we're not going Brokeback Mountain here.
No. And I don't know if I mentioned it already. Yeah, I was like, yeah, what hat am I gonna wear today? And yeah, I'm like, no, don't want a pilgrim's hat, so we'll wear this.
If you guys didn't realize, Chris and I can take it from 0 to God knows where in about 30 seconds.
Yeah, I kind of caught that early on with our conversations on Facebook.
Come on down to see us in Vegas, and I'll buy the first round of whiskey, and we'll get weird.
We've ruined people. I'm just telling you, we've ruined people for other people. You'll never with other friends again and think, wow. It gets kind of epic with us.
I'm looking forward to it. I think we're gonna have fun. Oh wow, I was reading his comments on here. There's just stuff that's political stuff and whatnot, but
bring some of the political stuff in here. Let's do this. Come on.
Here,
I'll finish up my what I'm thankful for first, and then we'll do that for a couple of minutes before we wrap things up. So obviously, the number one, family, friends, yes. Thankful for Laura, beautiful woman in my life. Love her very much. Also thankful for all of our troops are out there, helping protect our freedom and our country and everything.
Amen to that.
some of which are my family as well. And also thankful for a lot of things. There's so many things to be thankful for. Thankful for all the people out there that watch this little YouTube thing that I've been doing for the past couple of years, and it's been a lot of fun, and I enjoy it, and I hope everybody's getting something out of it, and have even if it's just a laugh sometimes. Thankful for the support that I've received, not only from the viewers and companies we've worked with on different projects, like you guys, and it's been a good thing, and so forth. So, looking at his comments on the YouTube chat, which we'll wrap up a little bit with this stuff, I guess. Let's see. Do you guys care that Trump is flipped on going after Hillary? And I don't know.
He has, but that's BS, because the actual Fox News interview that I saw earlier today said he wouldn't comment on whether or not he was going to. He said he wasn't taking it off the table. And by that, everybody said that he flipped and he was not going to pursue it. So he hasn't made the decision yet, but we all know that he probably won't. And the chances are Obama will pardon her for anything when he leaves office anyway. So,
right.
You know what? Look at it this way: you got your choice between like the Hearing Protection Act and some of those, and the national reciprocity, or we go after Hillary Clinton.
Right. So this is a couple of things. He says not going to have World War III with Hillary in office. Friends and family. Oh, that's I guess what he's thankful for. I'm not sure. Also said that he thinks it's a good move for Trump. I guess that's that he is not going after Hillary. That it brings people together after their candidate was losing so badly. So no comment. Off the table. What? Thank you. I don't know, whatever. So just reading some interesting stuff, but that's what's always fun. Now we actually have some people that watch this and actually chat along in the side chat, which is really cool to do every week. That's kind of why we do this, like I've said on my Instagram and other things. If it wasn't for you guys being on the show and for those watching the show, it'd just be really weird me talking to a camera. That would just be kind of weird. So yeah, what else do we got? Oh, and Darren out on Gun Channels comments he likes my hat. Yes, thank you, sir. It is actually a Stetson, by the way. I believe it's a Rodeo Doctor model. Picked it out a while back.
Makes it look distinguished.
Yes, thank you. So yeah, I've always wanted one and ended up buying one. So
and they cover up all really well. So, yeah,
exactly. So I got that going on. So yeah, I started losing my hair.
Mine's going pretty bad.
You still have it though. It's not as noticeable. Mine was thinned out so bad. Right, hey, funny Rick fact regarding hair. For a while, my bald spot was in the shape of a cross on the top of my head.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is very weird, but just how it formed.
So if you were looking at you sideways, would that be like X marks the spot?
Kind of. If you looked at my head down, it looked like a cross. I don't know.
We can put a crack of it.
But now it's just it's just so thinned out. I shaved it and whatnot, whatever. So I let it go a long time ago. So anyway, probably wrap stuff up here. What's that, Chris?
That's good because I got a 10% charge left on my.
So we're gonna lose you anyway. Phone. Like by the time the show ends, it's just gonna be gone.
Yeah.
Well, do you got anything else you want to throw out too before that happens? Do you have anything else you want to say, Chris, before we wrap up?
Everybody go to my website, AmericanSpecialtyAmmo.com. I'm going to put up a coupon code tomorrow for 10% off across my website for all BigGunner81 fans. The coupon code will be BigGunner81. Awesome. So enter that in the coupon box and you'll get 10% off till Monday. Cool. So I'll put it up tomorrow till Monday. So BigGunner81, just put in the coupon box and hit apply.
Cool. Yeah. Well, I'll put that up on the on Facebook and everything too, and on the channel so people can check it out.
I'll have it up.
Remember, everybody order Dragon's Breath.
Yes. Make sure you get 10% off on that Dragon's Breath.
Everybody order as much as you can.
I'll have it up
order and ship it state. What's that, Chris?
I'll have it up tomorrow by noon, and I'll leave it up till Monday.
Cool. Send me a message when you got it up, and I will post it.
We'll do.
So, Gino, you got anything else you want to throw out?
I really want to shoot some Dragon's Breath.
Yeah.
Come out to Ohio. Come out to Ohio.
Check the Black Rhino Concealment website. We're gonna have the Black Friday sale up here pretty soon, and yeah.
So we're gonna have the Ohio meeting of the bearded people and shooting the Dragon's Breath. Nice.
Will, you got to grow a beard.
Yeah, I forgot. Will isn't. Yeah, I guess you can't come. Will, sorry.
It happens. I'll just send all my stuff with Chris.
Nice. So, you got anything you want to throw out?
You know, the big thing I'm going to do is I'm going to send actually some business over Chris's way. I personally want everybody to go out there and just spend all their money on Dragon's Breath because his wife asked and none of us say a word about Dragon's Breath.
Well, just so you know,
know.
if you order for Dragon's Breath, you're looking at 3 weeks right now. We are 3 weeks behind.
You should just tell him next year.
not quite, but we're 2.5, 3 weeks behind right now. So be patient with us. We're having some growing pains with the amount of volume that started coming in the past couple months.
Hey, can you tell us what's in that Dragon's Breath exactly, or no?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's domesticated pixie dust. We harvest it twice a year after a breeding season. You have to do it after the breeding season. If you do it before, there's too much moisture in it. You need to get that hydration.
But Chris, you forgot about the liberal tears you have to put in there also to rehydrate.
You just like mix in the mortar and pestle or whatever, the powder, the pixie dust with the tears.
Yeah, we just grab them by the wings and shake them into a bucket. Takes us a couple days. It worked.
Nice. Awesome. So, Will, you got everything else you wanted to say? I'm sorry.
No, that was it, man. I'm trying to push as much business over to him for that Dragon's Breath as possible right now. Right now, we're overrun with work, so.
Awesome. I know. I'm looking forward to checking out that receiver too and getting started on the Ohio rifle, which we also have a Faxon barrel. I know we were talking off here about Faxon. We got one of their barrels for the Ohio rifle as well. And working on the rest of the components for it too. So that one's going to be coming along pretty nicely, I think, too. It's going to be a nice setup.
Like I said, look at the Rubber City Armory bolt carriers.
Yeah, that's definitely something I want to check out as well. Especially they have what's the one that they have that's super lightweight? I forget what they call it.
They got the titanium now.
Okay. Oh, slick.
I've actually got one of those sitting. Chris actually just showed it to him the other day. And
it's pretty nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's remarkably light. We're getting ready to test it in one of our full autos to see if we can up the cyclic rate just with that.
Oh, awesome. That's pretty cool. So, all right. Well, as far as I think we've mentioned most everything we're going to cover today. So, yeah, I hope everybody has a good Thanksgiving. And stay tuned. We're going to have some more videos coming out hopefully soon. As soon as I can get a chance to do some editing. Got some family stuff coming up first. But we'll have some stuff coming out soon. And, of course, 50 States Project's always ongoing. I have if you haven't been to the Facebook page, you can go click the like button on that, the 50 States of AR-15. Also have the BigGunner81 Facebook page as well. You can also follow on Instagram. The BigGunner81 Instagram, which is instagram.com/BigGunner81. It's kind of a catch-all for all the BigGunner81 stuff, so you'll see a mixture of things on there. And what else? I think that is mostly it. You can also check out the website, the BigGunner81.com website. It's also kind of a catch-all for everything. I think at some point after we get maybe number 5 or number 6 rifle built, we're going to start working on putting together some pieces for the website as well, like a section for the 50 States Project specifically, maybe with some photos and a kind of a breakdown of the components in each rifle, even though the video talks about them, kind of more of a little more specific, detailed breakdown as well, so people can kind of follow along with that. In fact, I've actually had recently someone asking about some of the components used for the California rifle because they're looking at building an exact identical rifle to match the one in the build. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I'm glad you like it that much that you want to build one, you know? So that's something I'm thankful for, you guys out there are fans of what we're doing here, because you know, without you guys out there supporting this and wanting to see more content, it kind of be pointless to try to build these rifles and do all the interviews and all the work that gets involved with it. So on that note, thank you all for being on tonight. Chris, Gino, and
Thanks for having me,
Will.
man.
Go check them out. And Chris, again, your website is what? American, say it again.
AmericanSpecialtyAmmo.com.
And Gino, BlackRhinoConcealment.com, right?
/ dragonsbreathrocks.com.
And Will, your website?
ATCCustom.com.
ATCCustom.com?
Yep.
Got it. So there you go, everybody. Thank you so much. Hope you all have a safe Thanksgiving. Until next time, go out and have some fun shooting.
Have a good one, guys.
Have fun eating
Later,
turkey.
guys.